in the park. Part of it is the Upper Bailey and part of it is the Lower Bailey. And then to your right is the Clare Old Legion Hut for the Legion Club and the Bowls Club. Sometimes they run parties there and special events. Here are the Clare Park's toilets. Maybe not always very clean, but for people that really need them, we do have toilets in the park. The officer in charge is Suffolk girl. A new training tower a couple of years back for the training of spraying down water on fires of cars, which they use for training. Off Station Road, looking down at Well Lane, there's the Pepper Mill. Anyone fancy a meal? And down Well Lane is 4000 Clare, the chemist, and right on the corner is the Sue Ryder Foundation, which is up for sale now. The thing that's quite annoying about Clare is I know it's a Sunday, but there is a lot of traffic on the road. Butchers, the greengrocers, Barclays Bank and the local co-op, which is a supermarket. In the middle of Market is a war memorial which has all the people that died in the World War II that all lived in Clare. And what's better than listening to the church bells at Clare Church? It was built in 1473 and it has been refurbished a few years ago. It's right next to the church. It used to be the vicar's house. It's got lovely texture of the walls and the patterns on it. The windows are very old and it has a jetty as well, and it has slated roof. It was closed down in 1974 and became a community centre a few years after. And my dad went to it, my grandma went to it, my great-great-grandma went to it, and most of my relatives went to it, so I don't really know how far it went back to go to it. It was replaced with the primary school up at Airby Place, near the police station. 59 was a replacement for another chapel down Cavendish Road. North facing side of the church. This side we have bungalows, and on the right we have flats. They're all warden controlled flats and bungalows. We also have a police station in Clare, but you won't get away with it. Well, it was built in 1974. Tomorrow is the first day of term, which my brother is starting at this school. one of the many entrances down to the common. It's the Clare primary entrance, and it's a cattle grid to stop cows coming through. Pond in the common, which has been left and restored to be left for wildlife, so they should get a good amount of little creatures and that in the pond, and the common will become more of a wildlife area. After 35 years, the biggest change in Clare was Snow Hill, called the Heights. Then we have the allotments over there with walks going up through woods, well not woods, through fields, and the allotment carries on until we get to the hay barn, and then beyond, and then over next to it is the field for the school, and then you can see the school, and behind the school is the nuttery and the graveyard, cemetery, and then we've got, looking over at the town, you can see the church, part of Herbury Place, the flats. You can see some Highfields houses right over there in the distance, and these just fields. There are quite a few walks in these fields as well. Street down there, very old street facing the common, and at the top of the fields is the Stour Valley Walk leading to Cavendish. One of the hills of the common, and as you look around there are the double ditches which were from the Roman camp. It's all knotted up with tons of branches all knotted up together. Been here a long time, and it's situated in the outside the Clare cemetery, just outside. I'd say it's probably one of the famous knotted trees in Clare. I haven't actually seen another knotted tree like this, so probably one of the famous ones in Clare, which is the doctor's. Clare Library. It's not open today because it's a Sunday, and you come to getting your books here, of course. To be the coal yard until they pulled the coal bit down and brought all the coal out and everything, and they built some great huge big houses, and they named it St Peter's Court. Great. And look at the little alleyway, and the building is pointed a different way. It's sort of curved, it doesn't point up straight. Churchyard, lovely view looking out at Church Street. Building projects have been taking part in the last few years. First there's the vicarage, which was done up because it was falling down, and it was done up as a house, and it was named as a private house. Then there's the new vicarage. It was an old building which was left derelict for many years, and then they come along and built it up really nice, and they gave it to the vicar, and that's the new vicarage now. The co-op was refurbished, and all the top half of the co-op was made into flats for people without homes. There's an alley which takes you from High Street to Market Hill, or to Market Hill to the High Street, to around which way you go. There's a notice board in the pavement, and butchers on the left, and there's slightly got beggars and slightly barbecue shop right to the It's the new hairdressers. It's called Clare by Jane. That means Clare has 3 hairdressers now. It's part of Clare. It is a junction where Navigator Street is in it, Station Road, Well Lane, Market Hill, and cars going off to High Street. In here, in Well Lane, we have the newsagents, Fays, Clare Pharmacy, which is the newest. And we have the Hurst Bakery, which is like a corner shop. It's on the corner. It sells bread, cakes, buns, and all stuff like that. To Clare Priory. This is the smallest one. The biggest one is actually on the road. Burial ground. There are only a few stones in here. It is actually in the Priory's grounds. Priory dates back from 1248. Across here you can see the church, the Priory Church, and over here you can see parts of the ruins going along, and behind the ruins is the actual Priory house. Old barns and stables which were very dangerous, and they could have fallen over on someone. The Priory allows people to come and enjoy a holiday in Clare, campers, on the Priory grounds.